Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome to my channel where I am presenting you guys again an episode from the F1 23 career mode where we are driving as a Mercedes driver after last Monaco Grand Prix win. We're extremely satisfied after some difficulties from the first few races of the season. But we're building some confidence and going to Spain in Catalonia, the Grand Prix of Spain. Our car has been extremely hard on the components. They are getting worn out very quickly, so that will give us some problems for the remaining of the season. But trying to manage it as much as possible. As you can see here, we also got some few fastest laps. So the pace is in the car, and with that first win and first podium also, that's some great effort for our team. And now let's go to Spain. Here I'm taking you guys on a lap in Q2 because we are facing some difficulties. As you can see in P11 at the moment, the time is on 0, and so this lap has to be good enough for a top 10 qualifying, which it is actually. So we are qualifying for Q3 in P8. It would have been a shame if we were out of Q2 with the car we are having now. So narrow escape over there. So we weren't having the performance as I would have loved to be seeing in P10 in the first run here in Q3, but we are having quite improvement here, so this should be a real cracker of the lap as we are heading into the fast right-hander. But we're crossing our track limits, and this is just pure frustration, very unprofessional. But just hitting the track limits there, I felt like I was on there, but apparently we were off. Especially after the last Grand Prix in Monaco, we were hoping to get some good momentum in, but unfortunately sometimes as a driver the facts are slamming you back, and we are in clear 10th place, not even close to the top drivers, so it's big disappointment here. And we will need to recover from P10 during the race. But before we head into the race, here are my colleagues from Sky Sports with today's starting lineup.
And he'll start from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Sainz, Norris, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Bottas, a Mercedes, Gasly, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Joe, Sargent, Ocon, Oscar Piastri, Albon, and Nick De Vries. That's it then, it's time to... And we should talk about Williams. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a...
Okay, we've got that
so
relief of having
it's
points
all
on
set
the board
up
finally.
to
So let's keep that form
be
up and
another
get
walk in the
top
park
10
for
finish
Red Bull
today,
Racing.
please.
But let's see what we can do about it if we can play a role in this race with thinking about a brilliant strategy. And what contains that brilliant strategy? It will be a hard tire, starting on hard tire and going to medium and see what we can do. And here we are on the warming up lap, getting some feeling for the tires. It's the Grand Prix where Fernando Alonso got his last maiden F1 win for Ferrari back in 2013. It's also the Grand Prix where Pastor Maldonado got his only pole position and also took the win back in 2012. It's a Grand Prix with history, and let's see if we can write some history today. And let's see what we can do for Mercedes if we can secure another win here. Last win that took place here was from Lewis Hamilton 2021 after an extra pit stop, making it work until the end. and let's see if he can take another win today, or will it be another 1-2 for Red Bull Racing. A good parking here would be a good start. Here 0.3 in purple. Now it's just waiting for the other drivers to line up, and then we can all start the party here in Spain with the 2 Red Bulls on the front row. And here we are going. The lights are off and Gasly is looking behind us, but he can make it work over there. And what line are we going to choose? Are we going to choose for in between, which is quite risky, of course, and we are touching there, but yeah, we all seem to get through in peace, so we're off the line well, and no collisions yet, which is good for the race. And we are now immediately lined up behind our rival Fernando Alonso here on lap 1, gaining 2 places already since the start, and Valtteri Bottas is looking, but he doesn't want to commit this yet, as we turn into that adjusted left turn since 2021. It is at least in real life, I thought. Last year it was adjusted on the game, but anyways, here after lap 1 secure 2 places, and we are here behind our rival Fernando Alonso. He is going defenses here as we head into turn 1. Can we stay here on the outside, and then we are having the good line, and we can continue our way and try to keep him behind us. And we should also give some credits to Lando Norris in P6. His teammate Oscar Piastri was out in Q1. Incredible performance again from the Briton. As far as it actually does matter, the 2 Red Bulls are leading the 2 Ferraris, Lewis Hamilton, Lando Norris, but not for long, because we are over here gaining P6, and so yeah, the rhythm is completed. 2 Red Bulls, 2 Ferraris, 2 Mercedes, as it yeah, has been years ago, when the 3 teams were always fighting each other, being behind each other, and yeah, now we're trying to close up upon the top 5. A good little shower would do this race even more good, but unfortunately this hasn't been predicted for today's race, so yeah, for now we will need to suffer here in P6. Fernando Alonso has overtaken Lando Norris also, is fancying his move on us as he is closing here on the start-finish straight. Can he make it stick on the inside? But we won't give up that too quickly. We'll leave him some plenty good space, but he just can't do it for now on the fast and medium tire. It's not quite an easy task to keep the old Nando behind in a fast Aston Martin, but we will give it all we can. I'm not the type of driver who is enjoying this, actually, having an opponent in between 1 second of myself behind me. I prefer being in control, driving, yeah, just cruising around actually, but yeah, at the end it's better for the sport if it is close like this, but we're not truly having yeah, a good foresight, because we're not really closing in on Lewis Hamilton yet, so yeah, that's kinda awful for now. Here on lap 14 we'll have the first retirement of the Grand Prix, the Alpha Tauri of Yuki Tsunoda. It's one of the power components. Doesn't last any longer, and he will be the first retirement of this Grand Prix. We got all agreed it's not yeah, an easy task to be an AlphaTauri driver nowadays, as Lewis heads into the pits and he will try to do an undercut on the racing leaders, and let's see how that is figuring out for him. we can watch the live action here on the minimap as Lewis is heading into the last corner of the lap, and he will likely regain that place on the Ferrari. Or am I wrong? No, I'm totally wrong. Actually, quite in time, right in front, the Ferrari rejoins the track, and so that secured that place at least. But they're stuck behind one of the Alfa Romeos. Right now is the phase of the race where the medium tire is onto the cliff. So we are getting a nice train of drivers coming in, as we will try to put another couple of laps in before we change on the fast medium compound and try to recover from the lost time we have for extending our stint. And according to my calculations, it might be very close between Sergio Perez and Lewis Hamilton, even though Hamilton is quite stuck after the Aston Martin, which could play a huge factor as we are having the first track limits of this Grand Prix on lap 17, and we are gaining the lead of the Grand Prix of Espanol. This is a nice feeling, but virtually it will not be like that. But here goes the Red Bull. He is rejoining, and he is quite comfortably in front of the Ferrari and Lewis. Lewis, who is just on the tail of one of the Ferrari drivers. Actually, both of the Ferrari drivers, because it's pretty close there. He will most likely drop behind the Aston Martin or the McLaren over there, as Carlos Sainz is currently the fastest driver on the track as we are heading into the pits. The end of lap 19. Look at that left front tire, 67% worn out. That's pretty much, but here we are stopping for our one and only time for this Grand Prix. The timing is good here, and so we're a pit stop B in 2.3, and let's see where we will be rejoining after the Alpine, I'm afraid, because he is here on the straight with more speed, and smoke is coming out of our car, so that indicates quite a worn out engine component. Hopefully that will not hurt us. Oh, look at that, the ICE on 86%. Sometimes you try to risk things to drive another race with a specific component. Let's see, hopefully I won't be regretting that decision, as we need to chase Pierre Gasly here. Of course, in the corners we will be quicker, but not really that much on the straight, as we are having some damage on the components. But it's enough to overtake here, it seems, even though it's not with a lot of speed difference. But here we go to add a little bit of information. In real life this won't be allowed to have be driving with smoke out of your car. They should really fix that on F1 games, because it's just too dangerous actually in racing for the visibility and safety, and we know what's going to happen if it's catching some fire with someone behind you. That's quite a dangerous thing. But anyways, let's focus here on the Grand Prix, where we are chasing Nando and Fernando Alonso. That should be doable for today, as we are driving a purple sector over here, purple sector 1. Let's see if we can grab a fastest lap here. In about a little bit we'll get the confirmation if that's true or not. It's looking good here, and yes, we will be setting the fastest lap here, as we are driving on P8 and officially now the fastest drive on the track, with Max Verstappen comfortably leading by the way, as we will be liquidating our next victim over here on the straights. He will be down and gone behind us. Nando, the brilliant McLaren driver. Oh, he's going a little bit defensive. We almost touched there. Oh, this is just beautifully close racing. I don't want to go back to the racing line, that's too risky, but we make it stick here. Good positioning of the car from both drivers, absolutely brilliantly. The raw speed of the medium tire is gone. We're still getting on Fernando Alonso with 6 or 7 laps to go. Leaving Nando Norris on a decent gap. So P7 seems to be safe with us if the car doesn't break down or we place it into the wall. It's so important to beat the rival here. It's just a high level of prestige. And Fernando Alonso, a 2-time world champion. A world champion is always a target for you to beat. It's so honorable, it's something you want to achieve. Not even to mention we are in our rookie year. It won't be the first rookie that's beating Fernando Alonso. But he is a phenomenal driver. There's no way you can deny that. And he will be tough to overtake on the straights. He will try to do everything he can to keep us behind. But in the end there won't be much he can do here when we are here on the straights, and we will be overtaking him and taking here 6 places away from him. And before the corner it will be clearly done. He tries to thread us into that corner, but there was no way he was gonna get that. In the meanwhile we're having a yellow flag over. So what's happening? A slow Aston Martin behind us, and that means Fernando Alonso's out of the session. So much effort to overtake him, and at the end he is falling out of this Grand Prix. All the effort apparently wasn't needed that much, but we still got a good chance to overtake Lewis here with 1/2 second behind. It's still doable within the next 2 laps. It will have to happen in the next 2 laps, but the flag will come just in time for Lewis Hamilton, as we are 1 second behind him. Or in other words, we should have not take so much time to overtake some other drivers, but we come home here in P5 and P6 for the Mercedes team, which is good points still. All in everything, it's has been an okay weekend after a not so good qualifying session, but we can be satisfied with the result at least. Not every race could be like in Monaco, where we grabbed brilliantly a 1-2 for the team, which was absolutely amazing. And congrats to the Red Bull team. They secured brilliantly another win for Max Verstappen. And it's promised to be a great battle this season between the different drivers. As we are revealing here the final standings in the end. P2 and P3 for Ferrari, which is a good achievement seeing where they are coming from. There you could see the rest of the final racing results. As you can see, Max Verstappen leading the championship by 8 points over Lewis Hamilton. A brilliant battle. 2021 all over again. Absolutely lovely. And some good points for the top teams here in Espanol before we head into Canada, back to Canada. A long flight through the air, but we will definitely be there in the next episode, so make sure you aren't gonna miss that. Make sure to subscribe if you like to follow it. An absolute cracker of the season this is gonna be. Just look at that, 93% of the ICE. We are just managing it and crossing the line just in time. That has been so close to a DNF. If you look at the life expectancy, just 14 other laps. So close. And look here guys, the performance chart, it's just so close, those 4 top teams. This is just what you love to see, multiple teams being able to secure a victory. That's what we all want to see in the sport, as we are heading next time to Canada on the Gilles Villeneuve circuits, Canada, Montreal. Anyways, make sure that you don't miss that. Grab some good drink next time where we are heading to Canada, for where we are continue this great battle, the Clash of Titans, over and over again. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope to see you guys next time. Bye.